Hi, it's a great video here in a second. How to increase your leads by 30% in 2014. And be quite honest, I never thought I'd be showing this training because I thought the internet was completely the way to go to get leads. And it does work. I wouldn't say stop it because there's lots of people joining through that way. But this way, and the story you're going to see in a second, absolutely blew me away, which means if they can do it, so can you. And I suggest you follow this system. Now, one couple of things, some big facts that happened over the last sort of month or so. These figures came out somewhere, and I don't know where I spotted them, but this really sort of hit home to me that the internet's not going to catch these people. Now, these are figures of people since the year 2010 to up to the current day, of people over the age of 65 who's had to go out and find a way to make some extra money. Now, look at how this graph has gone right up and up and up and up, and it's not going to stop because we've got something called the baby boomers. That's the people who had babies after the Second World War, come to the age of 65, they've got no pension, and they've got to do something else. Now, these are the people that we can capture, and now these people aren't going to reply to an advert on an internet site because they're a lot more than likely haven't got a clue how to use a computer, how to even send an email. So that for things actually stop. So this is a huge pool of people, plus some people younger than that, and probably the 15 years before that, who are no good on computers anyway, so they wouldn't be able to find that as well. So we've lost that complete pool of people who we could be actually sponsoring. So how do we go to find these people? And you'll see in a second why these are working now. Is that these people will find their adverts through adverts in shop newspapers, which don't work quite as well. But what do work is shop cards, and them shop cards can sometimes stay up from a long time, especially from the tip from Roger Green, by putting on the back of the shop card, actually explaining, could you please leave this up because it's helping people in the local area find employment or work. Add them two little bits to the back. And if you've heard the Easy Reach messages over the last couple of days, places where you can put these for free, it's a powerful way as well to get free adverts as well. So this should be an extra fishing rod they should be using because it does work. And some of these cards can stay up for years. So make sure you're doing that on a regular basis, placing them in different areas close to where you live so you can expand not just your customer base but expand people joining your team. Also, another thing I've got to admit I stopped was using the Easy Reach number on the car sticker because I was completely convinced that the internet was the way to go, and that's what you wanted to catch the people, because then once you've caught them, even if they don't join, you're in your contact manager so you can send them details over again. So obviously I've always had this on the car, but this other one wasn't on there. So make sure you've got your car stickers on the back of the car, because what happens is in traffic people are stuck behind you, or in your shopping centres or wherever you park, people are walking by all the time and people are talking about wanting to make money and they're seeing the car sticker. So it's a very, very powerful thing to have these car stickers on the car. You can get them from the BIDS web shop. Now, don't prejudge anybody who would be looking to make a lot of money, or looking for something to do. To be quite honest, so just to prove that shop cards do work, this was in the newspapers just last Sunday. That's sort of last week of January 2014. You've all heard of Susan Boyle. Read this little bit here. She's worth about 20 million, but I can see she's sitting in a house, bored stiff, doesn't know what to do, maybe a bit lonely, thinking I need something to do. So guess what happened? She's walking down the high street where she lives, and she spots here an ad in the shop window for looking for somebody to work in the local betting shop. Ad in shop window. Now, would somebody like Susan Boyle be looking to make some extra money? No. Obviously she's got loads, but there is a percentage of people out there are bored looking for something to do, or people who've got jobs that are absolutely sick of their job and looking for something else. And where did you spot it? In a shop window. So that proves it actually does work. Right, now the facts which make it work. This more is proof than anything else. Last year, the top sponsor in the whole organisation was Lawrence and Rosie Wiseman. They did 126, and if you were at the London Millionaires yesterday, they said that over 30% of the leads came from shop ads. Now, obviously, there's other people doing lots of leads here, and I did 44 last year, which is good. Most of them came off internet leads, especially off the contact manager. Basically, people coming back saying they're interested. Now, I'm happy with that. There's nothing wrong with that, but I've missed out a big chunk of people, there's another 20 or 30 would have come in if I'd been doing the shop art card activity as well. And had the car sticker with a telephone number on. So it's all about fine tuning to make sure you're getting the most leads coming in. Because one thing's for sure, the person who gets the most leads and then becomes competent on the telephone doing the follow-up calls, going to get the most people to join. And then once they've joined, you coach them to be able to do what you do, and then your team can actually explode all over the UK and other countries we're operating as well. So this is what Lawrence and Rosie look like. They did the talk yesterday when they picked up that top sponsor of the year at the London Millionaires. So if you were there, you actually met the people. It was fantastic little talk about how the activity of the shop ads bring in so many people. So this is a little training. If you're not putting this activity in place and pushing it into your teams, you're missing out a big trick. And other teams who take advantage of it will get a massive opportunity out of that.